Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 228 of the Level Up program, and it's day number 68 of the Brown Belt. If you're new to the program here, this is all about my learning how to shoot the dice at the craps table, as well as practicing a trend-based betting system. If you're playing along with Crapsee, the code today is N2F6W6. I'm sorry, W8. And or you can just push that play button on the Crapsee app. I have a phone call coming in, so hopefully that's not coming across the camera there. But anyway, in the chat we got Brian, Cajun Craps, Roger from OC Craps. We have Coffee Land. We have Ron from California Craps Club, and JR, as well as Rick S. So good morning to everyone. It is raining here in Wisconsin, so it's cold and wet. We're continuing out of this $1 million challenge. Today I need to make another $70. I have a $300 bankroll, and let me switch over to the screen so everybody can see where you should be at according to your bankroll. So my goal is to get up to $720 by the end of the day. If I have a little bit of extra money, I'm going to try to get up to that $750 level, so that way tomorrow we can go to level 2. But currently I'm on level 1. Good morning, Uncle Hoku. So again, I have a $300 bankroll. Daily goal is $70. My total bankroll so far is at $651. Remember, I started off with $300 at the beginning, I think the beginning of this week. Good morning, Buckeye Slim. So we're going to continue on with the 5-4-5 dice set here. I have the red dice out today. And we're going to go with a $10 pass line bet. We have 13 people in Crapsee. Make sure you press that I am ready button when you get your bet set. And remember, we're going to try to keep a good rhythm going. So as I go through the show, I'm going to get a little bit faster on pressing that button. So make sure that you guys get your bets in if you want them to count. We have 15 people watching on YouTube right now, 4 likes so far. Make sure when on your way out, guys, you do give me that like if you do enjoy this content. If you would not subscribe to my channel yet, please consider doing so. Every little bit of help you guys give me does help in the YouTube system to get the videos out. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. So I did about 4 or 5 practice throws before I started, and we'll see how it goes. And we got a 5-2 Bruce to start off the day, so that's a $10 profit for me. And I'll tell you what, during the warm-up, I was actually doing pretty good. I only had, it was actually rolling really nice, so I'm actually surprised to see that 5-2 Bruce to start off with. That is a double pitch of the dice, by the way. And Buckeye Slim, I saw what you meant by there was a 5 on Crapsee instead of 7 to end the day yesterday. So I fixed that early today, so that way everybody's starting over with fresh points. So good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Frida. Again, $10 pass line bet here. We need you guys to press that button so we get going here. Again, if you're follow along with the challenge, guys. It's a small bankroll to start off with. We have a $300 buy-in. If you need a rebuy, by all means, hit that rebuy button. I will approve it. But try to bet appropriately. Try to get your bets built up. Get your bankroll built up slowly. And it's going to change your style of play a little bit to get to that point. But anyhow, all bets set here and dice out. Dice did cross, but we have a 2, 4, 6, a 2x4, so 6 will be our first point for the day. I had received an email yesterday by one of the people that were watching and was talking about the amount of frequency that I was changing things around yesterday. And to some degree, I actually agree with the email. They were talking about how I was switching dice sets too much, changing shooter locations too much, and trying to get a good rhythm down with one thing. Good morning, Kevin, Crooked River Craps. And my only retort to the email was that the brown belt is all about variety, trying to find little things that'll help improve your rolls as you go forward. By the way, we're going to go with a $10 pass line odds. We're going to go with $18 on that 8. And that's all we're going to do for our bets at the current moment. So I'll go all bets set here. But again, brown belt is all about variety, trying to find those little things that we could do to improve mechanics, to improve the dice results, those types of things. I may have changed things a little too fast, too early yesterday, but we'll see how it goes today. And we got another 2, 4, 6. So I forgot to enter in on KPI. I got to get that engaged. Give me 1 second here. We'll get that engaged. Got to bring my keyboard over so I can see what I'm doing. We'll enter, first of all, we'll enter in 2, 4, 6 on Crapsee, which I believe is a buckshot. It is a buckshot, so that's good. And then I'm going to go back to the dice roll screen on there so I can get KPI updated. So, you know, I don't know why I do it every so often here, but we had a 527, we had a 426, and we had another 426. So we are all set on KPI, so everything should be up to date now. We'll be coming out looking for a new point. There we go, I got the correct mouse down there, so that way I don't mix up things. It's kind of fun to, interesting to do this stuff. Buckeye Slim says if I can complete the challenge, I'll get the 2nd degree black belt. 2nd stripe black belt, he calls it. But we're going to go 5, 4, 5, 4. And I forgot what I was about to say before I read that. We're going to stick with the $10 pass line bet. We have got our bets are all the way up to, my rack is up to 683. So we need to get another $37. And if I can get $67, that'll actually be perfect because that'll bring me to that 2nd level. So all bets set here, $10 pass line bet, and dice out. And Craig's here. Good morning, Craig. It has been a while. And Nemo's here, Coach Joe is here. Everybody's jumping in. It has been a while, Craig, since you've been here. And congratulations on your rollout last night. And I'll talk about that in just a little bit here. And we have a 426. So 426 is obviously a dominant number. It's the 3rd 4-2 in a row that we're throwing here. I do not like how the dice are bouncing up in the air there, though, but I will take that result. Again, we'll put $10 pass line bet. Our 8 will be turned back on again. He says his Crapsee dealer is tripping. If you're having problems with Crapsee, and that guy's log on and get right back in, and it should resolve any issues if you have any. 15 people on Crapsee, 23 people watching, 5454. And we have a point of 6. Good morning, Larry. And dice out. A little bit short on that landing zone, but guys, we got a 6, so we buckshotted the point one more time. We have a 516 this time. This is a KitchenAid mixer. So that is quite a come-out sequence, a lot different than what yesterday's come-out sequence was. Yesterday we were doing a bunch of craps numbers and big reds and that type of stuff. So I'm at 705 from my bankroll. I need another $15 to get to what my goal was for the day. And if I can pick up an extra $30, get up to 750, that'll bring me to level 2. So that would be kind of neat if we get this right away and pound this out so that way we don't have to worry about it, but it is what it is. So last night on Casino Gaming TV, they have the new challenges out between Chris from Dice Degen and Craig from Obey Craps. It is a progressive challenge. I believe they're going to do it every day this weekend, and they're going to finish it off in Las Vegas this weekend during the Craps for the Cure. By the way, if you guys look at the logo on the screen on the right side, that is the logo for the Craps for the Cure 23. Make sure you go to crapsforthecure.com. You guys can bid on some of those raffle items and see if you can help raise money for veterans moving forward. We as a Craps group are trying to raise $50,000 or more, and that's going to be donated towards training a dog for a vet that has PTSD. So one of our military veterans that has PTSD, they will train that dog specifically for that person. So all that set here, 16 people in Crapsee, dice out. Looking for a point. And we're on the 8 this time. So we have a 5, 3, 8. 8 came easy. So definitely inside numbers here so far to start off the day. We're going to take that $18 off that 8. We're going to move that over to the 6. And again, I will put $10 in pass line odds. And that'd be kind of cool if we were getting to go only playing 2 numbers here. Again, play the numbers that are hitting, if you will. But 5, 4, 5, 4 is the hard way set. And we got 16 people, 12 people said that they're ready with their bets. And all bets set here. Dice out. Whoa, I hit the mixing bowl, guys. We have a OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots, midnight. So that was a drift of the dice. Both of the dice drifted to the right, even though it hit the mixing bowl. You would think they'd be drifting the opposite direction, but they both went to the right, or to the left, I mean. No, that would be to the right. They drifted to the right. Good morning, Puck Off Danny. And then Alfredo also went live last night with his normal rollout, but then he had a bonus show afterwards. Guys, if you didn't check it out, make sure you check it out. Ed from Roll to Win was on there, Nemo was on there, and he also had Corey Sith Lord Espy on there. They had an excellent conversation about different things that happen at the table when you're playing craps. And there's 1 or 2 of the things that I'm going to talk about during the show here today that was discussed last night. And I want to put my 2 cents in, and I also want to get your opinions on the one comment or the one thought. So we get dice out. And we have a 3-2-5 Justice 5. Actually a 2-3. I entered it in as a 3-2 though. So 2-3, we'll put that in the Crapsee that way. So in the chat, and this is the one thing that was talked about last night during the bonus show for Texas Crap Shooters, in the chat, put what kind of shooter that you are. So are you a high energy shooter? Are you a shooter that likes to just focus on the dice, the landing zone, and your mechanics and not be bothered? What do you do to get in that zone? You know, those types of things. Put that in the craps, guys. Tell me what you do, and then I will discuss what I do. And Coach Joe actually saw me play in Green Bay one time about a month and a half ago, and I think it kind of surprised him on how I respond at the craps table. So all bets set here. Dice out. And we got a 516. That is perfect. KitchenAid mixer. So that is definitely the hot number for the day. And I think that might bring us to our goal for the day. So remember, we needed 720 for our goal. We got 726, so we met our goal. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that 6 down. I'm going to take the odds down. So we're going to be playing for the pass line. And then I'm going to use the extra to try to get an extra 30 bucks today so we can get up to that $750 bankroll level. So either way, I made go. I will not dip below $720, which is my goal for the day. And we're at 726, assuming we can hit this pass line. If we don't hit the pass line, we'll only be at 716, which is only $4 shy, which I will not complain about. But all bets set here and dice out. And we have a 6-4-10. That's Waylon's best friend, Wayne at N. Daddy Joe. For 5-4 hardware set, 26 people on YouTube, 12 likes so far. I appreciate it, everyone. 17 people on Crapsee now. And so far we've had a good quality first shooter. So hopefully it continues here. And let's go all bets set, dice out. Looking for the 8. And we got another 4-2-6. Wow, I should keep my money on that 6. It is hitting extremely hard. So that is a repeater win on the 6. So out of the first 11 rolls, we've had 6 6s. Wow, that is, talk about trending, and majority of them have been that 4-2 variety. So that is pretty strong. I don't know why my chats are not showing up. There it is, okay. So Craig says he likes the segment with Ed about dealers moving the chips. And I think that was actually more Fredo that was talking about that, about the dealer making him move his chips back. But all bets set here. And dice out. And we have a 5-6 mid-mo yo. That is Cheeto coming to us from above. So 5-6. So Buckeye Slim says, give me a 9 or a yo. And JR says the point is 8, and I agree with that. He got his yo that he wanted. And all bets set. That's all. And we got a 3-4-7, ouch. So 7 came, it's a double pitch. But we had a decent first roll here. So I still need to make up $4 to get to my goal, because that $10 pass line bet, I was not able to take that down. So if I didn't have the $10 pass line bet up there, I would have made goal. So $4 is all we need. Again, we're going to go with the $10 pass line bet. Sorry, Buckeye. 9 is what you wanted, but we didn't get it. But hey, I'm happy with that first roll. It was a 13 roller. We had 119 roll quality points there. So that's a good start for the day. And all bets set here. Dice out. And we have, guys, I bet you won't guess what we have. We have a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So, wow, just bet the 6, and I think you should be pretty good to go for the day. Should maybe hop the sixes. That would be a good thing here to do, is maybe hopping it. So who knows? But anyway, we're going to go back up $10 pass line bet. We're going to go $18.08. So we're just picking those two numbers up right now. If we could do that and make goal, that's pretty cool that you only pick up two numbers and make the $70 goal for the day. But we have all bets set here. As soon as everybody presses the button, there you go, and dice out. And we have a 3-2 Justice 5. So we've hit basically four numbers today so far. We hit the 3-2-5. We hit a couple varieties of the 6, the 8, and the 11, I believe. Oh, we got a 10 also. We got a 10 in there, so. So again, we're looking for that 6 and 8 so we can get to goal. Thank you, Ron, for the reminder to everyone there. So today and tomorrow looks like it's travel day for the majority of people going to Las Vegas. I think Nemo's leaving this morning, Alfredo's leaving this afternoon, and that'll be for the Craps for the Cure event at the Casino Quest in the Fashion Mall. And we got bets, dice out, all bets set. And we got 314. That's the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So 314. Now we're starting to spread it out a little bit here. Hopefully it comes back to the 6 and 8 at least once for me, so we can get to goal. So when I'm at the table, Coach Joe, if you're still in the chat, let everybody know what I do at the craps table when I'm shooting and when the people directly to my right or left are shooting. And Buckeye is saying any pair, we don't care, which is a mantra from Hawaii Craps Shooters. And all bets set. Dice out. And we have Magic Aces, 112. So the dice drifted once again. And this time they drifted to the right. So if you're playing the ATS, all we need is a Alfredo sauce and you'll hit that small. I am not playing the ATS though. So Coach Joe goes, I'm in the zone and I ignore everyone. That is 100% accurate. I zone out. I actually lean up on the chip rail and I focus right down in this area right here, and I do not look away from it. And sometimes I actually close my eyes so I can control my breathing and relax. And there has been several occasions where they've actually passed the dice really fast over to me and they're sitting from me and I don't even realize that they're there because my eyes are closed. So it's kind of funny. And then when the shooter next to me is shooting, I ignore them as well. So that way, when Coach Joe was shooting next to me, he threw like one or two throws and he turned to look at me to start talking to me, and I wasn't even standing there. I was like 3 or 4 feet behind him, giving him the space that he needed to do his throws. It was kind of funny. But all bet set and dice out. And there you go, guys. We got that small. Let's light up half of that screen green. So I was not betting that, but if you are betting the ATS, the small hit. So that is a good start for whoever's doing that. You know, and one of the things I can honestly say is, as doing this YouTube channel has given me lots of ways to get in my zone, to prepare myself for shooting at the table, because a lot of casinos, there's lots of noise in that, and just talking and then refocusing to shoot the dice and then talking some more has helped me a lot with that focus. It used to be to the point where I would actually get distracted very easily by the dealers, by other people around the table and that, but it's not the case as much since I've been doing these lives here. So dice out. And there we go. We got that 426. That's exactly what I was looking for. 426, 2x4. So we hit our point. I am definitely at my profit. I'm actually, if I took all my bets down right now, I'm at 738. I needed 720 for the day. So let's go 5454. And if I can get to 750, that'll get me to level 2, so I can start at level 2 tomorrow. So that would be kind of neat if we could do that as well. But we're going to stick with that $10 pass line bet. We're going to call it all bets set and dice out. So we have a 347 on the come out, and that is really nice, because that's extra $10 back in my rack. So now we are only $2 away from that 750 mark, which will put me at the second level starting tomorrow. But $10 pass line bet yet. 5454 is a hardway set. Good morning, Brian, Crapping Camper. So Brian says he is not a high energy shooter. He just likes to stay in the rhythm, which I 100% agree with that. If I need to hesitate to stay in the rhythm, I do. The dealers usually stick to my rhythm. Yeah, watch Alfredo show us. It was a very, very good thing. Need to hit reset again. Not sure what reset means. Oh, I don't know. So all bets set here and dice out. And that left die stuck. The right one hit the back wall. We have a 3-6 center field 9. So 9 will be our new point. So we are in a position now where I have got a $10 pass line bet with the point of 9. If I take that $18 off the 8, we have got $738 in our rack. So that gives me $18 to kind of play around with. Let's do this once. Let's do a $10 field bet. And we have our pass line there. So maybe we could pick up an outside number here, and maybe we can start spreading across a little bit. So let's see how that goes. Oh, to reset to hit that ATS. Okay. So all bets set here. And dice out. And we got a 617, ouch. So that one did come to an end. We did lose that money there. We had a 9 rower, so that was good. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm at profit. I was supposed to make 720. I have 728 in my bankroll, so I am not going to be betting anymore. I'm just going to start throwing the dice. So you guys can play along. We will go for another 15 to 20 minutes of rolling the dice today. I'm going to stick with that hard reset, 5-4-5-4 hard reset, and we'll see what happens, how it goes. So Buckeye Slim just got to section 2 on his schedule. It just started with me yesterday. Now let's go to section 3. There you go. So all bets set here. And dice out. 18 people on Crapsee, 26 people on YouTube. And dice out. And we got a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So 6 will be our next point. This shooter number 3 for the day. Wouldn't it be nice, guys, first of all, if you or I or anybody could shoot like this on a consistent basis every single day at the casino? And wouldn't this be nice if every shooter at the table was shooting like this? We would be able to bankrupt that casino and come home with bank. So let's go all bets set here and dice out. And we have a 1-3-4 Big Joe from Craps Master Journey, or as Jeff likes to say, Big Joe from Wisconsin. Even though Fredo called it a Big Joe from Wisconsin last night, so it's a catchy statement. 5-4-5-4. So let me know in chat how you guys are doing on this challenge, on the $1 Million Challenge. I'm at a profit of $428, so I started at 300, so I'm at 728 for my bankroll. So that means I'm up $428, which really is not that much money, you guys. But starting at $300 bankroll, trying to increase it by $70 a day, that is a nice consistent win. So we've made goal every single day for 5 or 6 days now. So dice out. Dice did cross at the end. We have a 2-1-3 Alfredo sauce, ace deuce. You know what I could probably do? I could probably go like a 1-1-1 on the ATS or something like that, because I got an extra. I got extra $8, so maybe we could do something like a 2-1-2 or something like that, or something 2-2-2. See if we can hit one side of that. That'd be kind of fun. But all bets set here. 5-4-5-4. Dice out. Dice cross right at the end again. We have a 3-6-9 center field 9. So now that 9 is starting to show up a little bit, and that 6 that we're hitting so hard in the beginning is starting to disappear a little bit. We've hit the 6 9 times today out of 26 rolls, so over a third of the rolls have been a 6. So one of the comments that Coach Joe made a comment to me about in the beginning of this $1 Million Challenge is he says it's going to be an interesting experiment to see what we can learn from this, which I believe is actually a very unique but insightful comment, if you will. You know, one of the things that I'm actually learning from this is making goal or getting close to goal and then getting your money off the table before it actually is lost. I think that is a very valid and a very good thing to do, a good practice to get, and a very good discipline to follow. And I think that's why we've been successful so much. We have a 549 Big Mac hard 9. So that is not our point. I thought it was our point. Never mind. There's our second 9 for this shooter. But getting that money off the table when you're in profit, I think, is one of the biggest keys that we can learn from this challenge, because we have a set amount of money that we should be getting or making. And if you can even get close to it, sometimes it's just as good to end your betting right there if you can. So that way you can actually live to bet another day, if you will. So we have all bets set here. Face up. And that was a really weird throw. If you guys saw, the left die landed here and rolled back one roll. The right die landed right about here and kind of did it backwards and then took off to the left. But we have the 3-3 double degen, the hard 6. So 6 is starting to make its appearance back. That is our point. So we're going to be coming out and trying to get a new point here. Again, 5-4-5-4. That was another comment made on Fredo's show last night about the hardway set. Hardway set for me, it's actually considered a beginner's set, if you will. But for me, it's my base set. It's an easy set to see how I'm throwing for the day. So if I get a lot of 6s and 1s, that means that my dice are off axis. If I have a 7 that comes up that's not a 6-1-7, that means a double pitch. And that's going to help determine which way I'm going to go with my dice sets for the day. If I'm double pitching, I'm obviously going to run with that 3V cross 6s or 2V dice set. And we have all bets set here. If I'm not double pitching, I'm going to stick with this hardway set. In those dice cross, we have a 5-6 mid-mo yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. And Chiro will be represented this week. I believe a lot of the activities are going to be revolving around Chiro-orientated themes, I think. Which is awesome to see that he is not forgotten. 29 people watching us on YouTube, 17 likes right now. We're only on shooter number 3, and we are 38 minutes into the program. 19 people playing along with Crapsee, and we've got all bets set here. Face out. And we have another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 1, 2, 3. So when you guys are shooting at dice at the table, what are some of the things that you're doing to get into your zone? What are you thinking about? Where are you looking? Are you doing different breathing techniques? Good morning, John. I'll give you a 6 there, mister. You know, what are some of the things that you do to prepare yourself at the table? For me, I rest my stomach up against the table and I anchor in the same spot almost every single time. My feet are the same location every time. I try to get the finger positioning the same every time. I try to zone people out around me the whole time. And then I focus on that diamond right here. This is where I'm trying to hit, is that diamond right down there. We have a 3-6-9 center field 9. So 6 was hot. 9 is starting to make its appearance here today as well. Definitely hitting those sixes today, John, isn't it? The first shooter, we had 5 6s out of the first 7 rolls, I think it was. So that was where a lot of those 6s came in. We hit the repeater on that first shooter on the 6. So we're at big goal today with our bankroll, with our challenge. Again, if you are wanting to do the $1 million challenge in the beginning of the program today, I have a screen that you can do a screenshot on it. But you can do a screenshot and it'll show you which levels that you can bet at and where you should be at with your bankroll. All bet set here and dice out. And we have a 6-4-10, Waylon's best friend weighing it in. Big Ben this time. So Buckeye Slim is saying how he hates that I am ready button, and I agree with him, because not only is it hard for you guys to get your bets in on time and that, but if it's hard for the creator also to do that with that ready button, because if I press the halt betting on my side too fast, you guys lose your bets, which never happened before that last upgrade. I do know that Chuck from Crapsee is going to be one of John's guests this weekend coming up, and he's going to be talking, I believe, about the new updated version that'll be coming out shortly with Crapsee. I don't know. I know some of the stuff, but not all the stuff that's going to be going on. So hopefully that's one of the things that they will be fixing or be taken care of. All bets set here, dice out. And we have OMC Craps, all the dots and all the spots once again. Midnight. So yesterday and today we hit those outside numbers a couple times. Sometimes I go a couple sessions and I won't hit them at all. Other days we hit them frequently or often enough. If you're playing the ATS, all we need is that 2, 5, and 8. We need the 8 for the tall, the 2 and the 5 for the small. It would have been nice to throw in some money on there. I don't have any money on the table right now because I made goal. This is benefiting you guys right now, this rollout. And we got all bets set here. Dice out. And we got a 2, 3, 5, Justice 5. And that is after Justice Jen. Hawaii 5-0 Popo. So we got Uncle Hoku's just killing it today. He went from like about $1,000 or $1,500. No, he was at $3,000 in the beginning of the day. He's up to $18,000 already on this. And Frida went from a negative $300 up to $1,000, so she's doing really well as well. Everybody else is at the 750 or below mark. I started off the day in 5th place. I'm down to 10th place, but I'm fine with that because I met goal. So we have all bets set here. And dice out. And we got a 639, so we hit that point. And that, I believe, is the second point that we hit for this shooter. It is. So let's see if we can get a new point established and we can start working towards that fire bet. You are most welcome there, Buckeye. So 5-4-5-4. And we have 3 decent shooters today, so that's actually going really good. So Brian, when you do PC is only on John's channel, you would do PC because he can actually screen up the questions, but I read the questions usually as they come up. But Brian is asking, you mentioned when shooting you ignore everybody. When and if do you ever let your excitement while shooting? I very seldom do let any excitement show when I'm shooting. Good morning, Marble Fork. And an example of that would be we were down in Joliet, Illinois a few months ago, and Giuseppe was shooting, and he was on a huge roll. He was just nailing those 6s and 8s. And Alfredo and myself were doing a partnership. So we each put in, I think it was like $300 each. So we had $600 in our rack to start off the day. And by the end of Giuseppe's roll, we had a profit of $1,900. But in the process, I actually had a $300 bet on the 6 and a $300 bet on the 8. And Sith Lord came up and started laughing at us because Alfredo and I were betting together. He goes, Joe, how does it feel that you have just as much money on the 6 as what you bought in for? And I just kind of looked at him. I'm like, not a big deal. You know, I don't really get too excited at the table. I guess there's moments where I might, but not too often. I try to keep everything in check as much as I can. So dice out. And we have a 2-2 E and double deuce. So that is the 4. So that is our new point, the 4. So we have a different point. That's awesome. But yeah, I purposely don't get too excited, and I try to keep everything in check as much as possible on that. So sorry I didn't give you an 8 there, Buckeye. We get you a half of an 8. We got you a 4. But we need the 2 and we need the 8 for that ATS. Yeah, 29 people watching right now. We're going to go to the end of the shooter here. And press that button, please, everyone, so we can get our bets in and so they count. Good morning, SJ. And all bets set. And we have another ace deuce Alfredo sauce. 1, 2, 3. I will tell you one of the things that I've changed since last week, probably mid part of last week, and this is based off of a comment that Ed made from Roll to Win, was how I positioned the dice on the table. So we were doing the 3-finger front par style grip, and I used to hold it so the dice were up, and that's about a ½ an inch or so off the table. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing it so the edge of the dice, that bottom edge is up tight against the table now. And what's happening is my dice are flying down the table tighter together and more, I get more of a consistent throw or revolution through the air. So all bets set here, and dice out, good morning, bam. And dice out. And we got a 6-1-7, ouch. As John goes, frickin' 7. 6-1, frickin' 7. Well, that ends the roll, which is all right, because that was a decent roll. We just missed getting that ATS. Brian says, so when we meet up at Oneida and you're rolling well, I better leave you in the zone and say the woos and high fives when you're done. That would be correct. I'll probably ignore you if you do start doing that there when I'm actually shooting. But let's go through our statistics for the day. We had 3 shooters. We had a 13, a 16, and a 9. Roll quality scores are really good today. We had an SOR of 12.7. We had an SRR of 7.6 with 2 come out 7s. Surprisingly, and this really surprised me, the box numbers and the 4s and 10s were low. Inside numbers were expected. Come out 7s were expected. Horns and fields are high, hardwares are low, and we're definitely on a light side play. And Buckeye Slim is crying that that's 7. Okay, so guessing he didn't get to the next level. Let's look at our brown belt statistics through the end of yesterday. Through the end of yesterday, we have 2,342 throws in for the brown belt with an SOR of 10.01 and an SRR of 7.33. So today's statistics should hopefully help bring that up. Again, here's one more look at that $1,000 or $1 million challenge. The rules are slightly different than what Buckeye Slim have, but they are very similar. I broke out the dollar amounts a little bit differently. So I have 18 sessions or 18 levels to get up to the $1 million. So make sure you take a screenshot of that if you do want to play along. But hey guys, I do appreciate everybody for joining in today. Nice shooting, says Bam, thank you. Buckeye says good shooting. Ron says great rolling. Puck off says positive session, I agree. And OMC says decent roll, Joe. But hey, my name is Joe. This is my Craps Master Dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. I will hopefully see you guys back tomorrow. Have a safe and prosperous day.